I had a intense year, and no amount of I'm sorry's will ever undo it. Hurt people hurt people. I didn't want to have any more barriers. I let go of so much, and I gave it to them.
Hollywood thrives on big screen drama, but sometimes the real story happens behind the cameras. A film adaptation that should have been a career-defining moment for Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively has instead become one of the most controversial projects in recent memory. What started as a simple book-to-film adaptation has turned into a bitter legal battle, complete with lawsuits, accusations, and shocking revelations. The center of the controversy is It Ends With Us, a highly anticipated adaptation of Colleen Hoover's best-selling novel. Justin Baldoni was not only directing, but also producing and starring in the film. Blake Lively was cast as the lead actress, but almost immediately reports surfaced that she was taking on a much larger role in the production than anyone expected. Fans initially complained about the casting, but soon it became clear that tensions between Baldoni and Lively ran much deeper. Now, multiple lawsuits have been filed, dragging in Hollywood power players like Ryan Reynolds and even the New York Times. Justin Baldoni has publicly admitted to struggling with anxiety and exhaustion, hinting at the overwhelming pressure he was under.
In December, that is when Blake Lively officially filed a complaint against Justin, and then the New York Times published that bombshell article reporting on her complaint. And now in February, there's a total of 6 lawsuits surrounding this entire It Ends With Us situation. In December, Blake filed her federal lawsuit against Justin Baldoni. Also in December, Justin Baldoni filed his libel lawsuit against the New York Times. That same month, Stephanie Jones, Justin's former publicist, filed a defamation lawsuit against Justin. In January, Justin filed a lawsuit against Blake, Ryan Reynolds, and their publicist Leslie Sloan.
Meanwhile, a resurfaced interview from Blake Lively has made people question whether she deliberately took over the film's creative direction. What really happened behind the scenes? How did a simple film project turn into an all-out Hollywood war? And who will come out on top when the dust settles? Let's break it all down. To understand this controversy, we have to go back to the beginning. It Ends With Us was one of the most anticipated book-to-movie adaptations in recent years. Colleen Hoover's novel had a massive following, and readers were eager to see it brought to life on the big screen. Justin Baldoni had been attached to the project for years, working behind the scenes to secure the rights and shape the film's vision. However, when casting announcements were made, fans were immediately divided. Blake Lively, known for her roles in Gossip Girl and A Simple Favor, was cast as the lead character, Lily Bloom. Many fans objected, arguing that she was too old for the role and didn't match the character's description from the book. Others felt that she simply wasn't the right fit for such an emotionally intense story. The problems didn't stop there. Reports soon emerged that Blake Lively wasn't just acting in the film. She was deeply involved in the production process. Some insiders claimed that she was influencing everything from script changes to costume decisions. While actors sometimes take on larger roles in projects, it became clear that there was significant friction between Blake and Justin. Tensions grew behind the scenes. According to sources, the cast and crew began to take sides. Many actors reportedly supported Blake, while Justin found himself increasingly isolated. The promotional campaign for the film also turned into a disaster. Blake's approach to marketing the movie came under heavy criticism. She presented it as a fun, lighthearted film, despite the book's heavy themes of domestic abuse and trauma. By the time the film's press tour began, the tension between Justin and Blake was obvious. They rarely appeared together, and when they did, their body language was stiff and awkward. Something was clearly wrong behind the scenes, and fans started to speculate about a deeper conflict. They were right. What was happening privately was far worse than anyone imagined. By the end of 2024, things had escalated to the point where lawyers were getting involved. In December, Blake Lively filed a federal lawsuit against Justin Baldoni, alleging that he had mishandled key aspects of the production. She claimed that his decisions had negatively impacted the film and, by extension, her professional reputation. Justin didn't take the accusations lightly. He immediately filed a lawsuit of his own, accusing Blake of interfering with the creative process in ways that went beyond her role as an actress. He argued that she had overstepped her position and taken control of the film in ways that violated their contractual agreements. Then came the most shocking twist. The New York Times published an investigative article detailing the lawsuit and Blake's complaints against Justin. Furious at how he was being portrayed, Justin launched yet another lawsuit, this time against the New York Times, accusing them of defamation. But the legal war didn't stop there. Soon, Justin's former publicist filed a separate lawsuit against him, claiming that he had damaged her professional reputation. In response, Justin launched another legal attack, this time targeting Blake, Ryan Reynolds, and their publicist, Leslie Sloan. the situation had officially spiraled out of control. For Hollywood insiders, this level of legal drama was unprecedented. It's not uncommon for actors and directors to have creative disagreements, but rarely does it escalate to multiple lawsuits involving A-list celebrities and major media outlets. The situation left Hollywood divided, with many actors and filmmakers quietly choosing sides. Some industry professionals defended Justin, arguing that he had been unfairly targeted and that Blake had overstepped her role. Others saw Blake as a strong woman fighting for her creative vision in an industry that often silences female voices. The debate was heated, and with so many lawsuits in play, there was no clear winner yet. Amid the legal chaos, Justin Baldoni sat down for a podcast interview that revealed just how much he was struggling. The interview had been recorded in November before the lawsuits became public, but listening to it now, it's clear that he was already feeling the immense pressure. During the conversation, Justin admitted that he had been dealing with anxiety, exhaustion, and emotional burnout.
Obviously, everything that is being talked about in Legal Battle had already happened at the time of this interview, and he is detailing that he has had a hard year. He struggled with anxiety. We're going to get into what Justin had to say on this podcast before the legal battle really got started.
He revealed that he had sent a text message to his closest friends and colleagues, telling them that he wasn't okay. He spoke candidly about waking up at 4:30 a.m., his heart racing, unable to relax. His words painted a picture of a man who was overwhelmed, not just by the film's production, but by everything happening behind the scenes. He described how he had taken on too many roles, actor, director, producer, and was struggling to manage it all. He admitted that, despite his success, he hadn't allowed himself time to heal or recover from the emotional toll of the past year. When the interview resurfaced in February, fans began connecting the dots. Justin's breakdown wasn't just about a stressful year, it was about the war that was brewing behind closed doors. Many people who had previously criticized him started to sympathize, realizing that he had been carrying far more than anyone had known. However, others questioned whether he was using the interview as a PR move, trying to gain public sympathy before the lawsuits escalated. The debate raged on, with no clear consensus on who was truly in the right. As the controversy grew, an old interview with Blake Lively resurfaced, adding another layer to the discussion. In the interview, Blake openly admitted that she never wanted to be just an actress. She wanted full creative control over her projects. She described how, early in her career, directors would simply expect her to show up, look good, and say her lines. But that wasn't enough for her. She wanted to be involved in the storytelling, the production, and the decision-making. At the time, these comments had been seen as inspiring. She was a woman demanding more control in an industry that often sidelined female voices. However, in light of the "It Ends With Us" controversy, her words took on a new meaning. Was this proof that Blake had deliberately taken over the film, forcing herself into a leadership position that wasn't hers? Some fans saw this as confirmation that she had overstepped her role. Others argued that she was simply fighting for the creative control she had always wanted. The future of It Ends With Us remains uncertain. With multiple lawsuits still unfolding, the film could be delayed indefinitely or even canceled altogether. For Justin Baldoni, this could be a defining moment in his career. If he wins his legal battles, he may recover his reputation. If he loses, he could find himself pushed out of the industry. Blake Lively's future is also unclear. While she still has industry support, this controversy has cast a shadow over her career. The real question now is, will this be a temporary setback or a permanent stain on her legacy? Only time will tell. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed watching this video, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel for more amazing celeb content.